Good morning. Welcome to this segment of Global Markets Discussion. Today we will be discussing the Dodd-Frank Act and Title III. We will see exactly how this title eliminates a regulatory agency and how the powers of this regulatory agency will be supplied to three other ones. Title III streamlines the supervision of depository institutions and their holding companies by abolishing the Office of Thrift Supervision, OTS, and transferring its regulatory and rule-making authority to the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, and the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve. The purpose of Title III is to, number one, provide for the safe and sound operation of the banking system. Secondly, to preserve and protect the dual banking system. Thirdly, to ensure the fair and appropriate supervision of depository institutions without regard to size or type of charter. Finally, it is to streamline the supervision of depository institutions and their holding companies. The provisions of Title III include the abolishment of OTS and transfer of OTS powers and duties to the Federal Reserve, OCC, and FDIC. Title III abolished the OTS, which had been responsible for regulating state and federal savings associations and their holding companies. The OTS functions and powers were transferred to the OCC, FDIC, and Federal Reserve, as mentioned previously. The Federal Reserve acquired regulatory and rulemaking authority over savings and loan holding companies. Differently from the Federal Reserve, the OCC acquired supervisory and rulemaking authority over federal savings associations. The FDIC acquired supervisory and rulemaking authority over state chartered savings associations. Any legal action or proceeding commenced by or against the OTS before the transfer date continues after the transfer of powers with the appropriate agency substituted for OTS. In addition, all orders, agreements, regulations, and interpretations issued by the OTS remain effective and enforceable by or against the Federal Reserve, OCC, or FDIC as appropriate. Any proposed OTS regulation or regulation that was not yet effective as of the transfer date is deemed to have been proposed by the appropriate agency or is effective as a regulation of the appropriate agency. Title III also reforms deposit insurance. First, the Act removed a provision in the Federal Deposit Insurance Act which states that no institution may be denied the lowest risk category of insurance solely because of its size. Additionally, it had a permanent increase in deposit insurance from $100,000 to $250,000. It also increased the maximum share insurance from $100,000 to $250,000. Thank you very much for listening to this segment of Global Markets Discussion. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Have a great day.